Okay, so now we're moving a bit fast today. I thought it would take longer, so maybe you will have a break time outside to enjoy the sunny weather before we get to lunch. So you will have more opportunity to talk among each other, because we're now reaching the last presentation of this morning, and I will just leave Antoine and Marine tell you about their experience in India. Okay? I think I talked too much already.
So, hello everyone.
Hello.
We are Marine and Antoine. We are studying at ISIS. I am currently a 4-year student.
And I am a 5-year student, and I will graduate this year.
We will present our internship in India through some points, like who are we, how did it happen, what did we do, and what have we discovered. Last summer, we traveled to India for 2 months in order to work with a humanitarian organization called Humanitarian Projects. It is a non-governmental organization in charge of providing education to poor children from the Bodh Gaya and Sarnath areas in the northeast of India. This trip was in the context of internship we must do in our school. My goal was to work in an NGO to help people without getting any salary.
And I only wanted to travel in the world, so specifically in Asia.
The internship were proposed by one of our teachers, and we got in touch with the founder of Humanitarian Project, Mr. Valentino Giacomin, who happened to be in France last March. When we finally agreed to sign the agreement, we then started to plan our trip. The first thing to know is that to go to India from France, we need a visa and a plane ticket. To stay in India, we also need accommodation. You can see here on this chart all these expenses that we needed for our project.
So, as you can see, the biggest part of our budget was the plane ticket and the visa. So it cost approximately 1,000 euros to go there, and we have to buy it by ourselves. So it cost us personally 1,000 euros. But everything was provided by the association there, so the food and the housing were free for us. But even if they gave us food, we always wanted to try new things, so we went to the restaurant like once or twice a week. It was very, very cheap, even for a good restaurant. It cost 3 euros for a whole chicken, so a big portion. And if we cook by ourselves, it was even cheaper. We bought for 5 euros of chicken, and we fed like 1 dozen of children. So it is very, very cheap. Even the train was very cheap. We took the train twice. The lowest class for a ticket is 1 euro, and for the business class, it's 10 euros. It was both a good and bad experience, because normally the couch in the train was supposed to be for 3 people, but we were like 5 people on the same couch, so we were very tight. And everyone was shouting, drinking, smoking, and eating in the train, but it was good, because we were with local Indians and they taught us a lot about India. Our Indian friends also warned us about the Indian late. On the first time, the train was at the good time, but for the second train, we waited like 5 hours, so it was a lot. Yeah. But while we had a lot of fun, we also had to do serious business as well.
The original website of the association was poorly made. They wanted to change it completely to make it more professional. This is what I did for 2 months. The thing that I really appreciated about that internship is that I discovered a lot of jobs in the web. The first one is project manager. So I made specification, is a cahier des charges in French, to know what they wanted. The second is web designer, so I made some models for the design. So then I worked on the code, and I updated the website as a web developer should do. And finally, I was, for the last week, their teacher, so that they can't update the website even if I'm not here any longer. I was working with WordPress. I don't know if you know what is this. But I was limited by what I can do, what I can't. And in the end, they were happy about what I did and what they learned.
And for my part, the association wanted to connect both schools through a video conference system. So the school are here, and from here, the two red dots. As you all play Fortnite, you might know the platform Twitch. I use the competitor. It is YouTube. So it is easy to set up in France, like everyone can do it, but in India it is extremely difficult. The main problem was the lack of internet connection. In terms of technology, they are 20 years behind us. They don't have good internet connection. So we had to pay a fortune to get the optical fiber installed. It is a subscription, so per month they have to pay 300 euros just to get the optical fiber. So it is extremely expensive for India. The company which installed the optical fiber is a governmental company. And as you might know, India, it is very hard to get some appointments. Even if you succeed to get one appointment with someone, he might not come, and he won't come. He will only come like the day after or even the day after.
But the most important part was not the work done, but what we learned and discovered. During our stage, it was Shiva's month. This means every student in India didn't have class on Mondays. We were jealous not to have this in France. Independence Day also happened while we were in India. This was a free day for everyone as well. In the school, there was a ceremony. Every child could come to the scene and either sing, dance, make a speech, or even rap. One small kid shouts some good punchline about his pride being Indian.
And we also make friends with a cook. It's him. He was called Mohammed. We went to his house in the countryside, so there were rice fields and palm trees everywhere. The landscape was beautiful. It was the most delightful things I've ever seen in the world. We were staying in the holy city of Varanasi, or Benares in French, and every night they have a ceremony, which you can see a picture here, and it is very bewitching. The atmosphere is very strange, like a little bit weird, but it is very impressive. We also traveled a lot in big cities like Kolkata, which was the capital in the British colony era. And most importantly, we ate a lot, and every dish was tasteful. It was the best thing ever.
Okay, so thank you for your attention. If you have any question, we can answer them after. You let me speak.
So I didn't understand the Twitch part. Did you stream there?
Yeah. Because yes, I didn't want to make something like Skype with a real-time communication, but I wanted my idea was not to connect only the school, but also every children in India. So everyone who has a connection could have access to the stream, and then they don't have to be allowed to go. They just have to tap the link, and they will have. So yeah, I use the streaming. It was the best thing for it.
And did it work?
Yeah, it worked. Yeah.
I want to ask you how it was the communication between you and the Indian people. It was difficult, or how they talk? I don't know.
You mean by the accent, or
the communication?
Yeah, no, the communication was good actually. They only takes a lot of time to answer, but they do. if you need something, you will have it like maybe 1 week after or later. Or
And how you found these people?
these people?
They are quiet. They are friendly. How it was?
Yes, they were good people, but like I said, they were very late, and I don't really like this part. So, but
Thank you.
humanly, they are good people.
Thank you.
How old must we have to do this internship?
How I get it? Oh, how old? You can do it every time. You only have to.
18, I think.
Yeah, no, memorable. I think. I don't think there is a law about the age. Like you only need one paper, one work contract, but I don't think there is any age. You can just go. I think even our first student, they could go. I think if they wanted, probably. So.
Is it open to everybody?
Yeah.
Maybe can I speak?
No.
Of course.
Thank you. Maybe just to give precision about what you were asking, I mean, from a slightly different angle. What is very nice to see when you are in such a project is the amount of international people who are involved in the field. So it's a very reassuring and comforting and also very stimulating experience to be with people from Italy, from France, from Germany, from New Zealand. And maybe what they didn't talk about in their presentation, they were working with a community who are among the poorest people, the Chakma. Chakma have no citizenship in India. They are not recognized by the government, and they're not even recognized as the lowest caste. Most of the children they worked for are orphans. They have no parents, okay? They live in dorms, and most of them in the second school don't have teachers or enough teachers. So it's very heartwarming to know that thanks to them, they were able to connect the school and in an environment where you have young people, of course they're all over 18 from what I've seen, you know, but the environment is quite intense and stimulating for you. So that's really, the humanitarian experience is something truly amazing, you know.
So this is a personal question. How this trip changed you? Do you see a difference between before you travel and after you travel?
Can I answer in French? Ok, je peux répondre en français, c'est parce que c'est une question vraiment importante.
Yes.
Merci. Alors en fait, je pense qu'on a appris pas mal de choses et ça nous a touchés d'une certaine façon. Et je pense qu'il faut attendre encore quelques mois pour qu'on s'en rende réellement compte. C'est-à-dire que là, pour l'instant, au fur et à mesure du temps qui passe, on se dit, mais là, on a tout, là-bas, on n'avait rien, et on était quand même heureux, on jouait à des jeux avec les enfants, ils jouaient à des jeux, c'était des palettes, ils devaient taper des trucs, enfin, c'était, voilà, c'est presque rien, et ils s'éclataient avec ça, et c'était génial, voilà, en gros, c'est ça. Donc, je pense que dans quelques mois, on va sûrement créer une association, un peu comme ISF, et on va les aider. Any question?
Okay, maybe, yes.
Are you still in contact with some people over there?
They send some message
Yes.
to know
They spam us sometimes.
to know how we are. Yes, how are you? Well,
But
if we are nice, if we don't miss them, it's nice.
yeah, we still are.
More question? No, nice.